Tonight's dinner was very much a case of me rooting around in the fridge and seeing what's there. The accompaniment to my dish, which is going to be a chorizo and tomato frittata. The accompaniment is going to be a Greek salad because I had this little bit of feta left, which I want to use up. You'll need cucumber, olives, dried oregano. I've got half a tomato, so it's going to be a very small salad, but it only needs to be small. And onions, which have been finely sliced, and they're soaking in lemon juice, which will take away the slight sort of indigestion bit of onions. So they're going to soak for at least 20 minutes to half an hour. The rest of the ingredients for the dish for my frittata are, this is for 2 people, and you can make it bigger by, I do 2 eggs per person. Yeah. And you can put anything you like in a frittata. I'll just show you how it's made, and then you can put in what you want. I'm going to be using 4 eggs. I'm going to use a splash of milk. I've got half an onion left from preparing for the Greek salad. I'm going to use a little bit of red pepper, some chorizo. I've got some spinach to finish it off with, and parsley, some lovely little cherry tomatoes. And I've also got some ricotta. I will be doing a separate film on how to make homemade ricotta if you ever feel that way inclined, but it's a lot easier just to go to the shop. Let's get going. Preheat the oven to 180 degrees fan. I have removed the skins from the chorizo, which is here, and I'm just going to throw these in a pan and cook them on a medium light until they start releasing the oil. I have chopped some onion and it's about half a red pepper, and I've got a garlic clove which I will also slice. Meanwhile, crack your 4 eggs into a bowl and whisk them with about, I was going to say a splash of milk, but you want more from me from that, don't you? Maybe about 70 ml of milk. Big splash. Plenty of oil is being released now by the chorizo, so I'm putting in the onion and the red pepper. I won't put the garlic in just yet. I will give it a little pinch of salt. And I'm just going to cook this for another maybe 5 or 6 minutes until the onions are soft. The onions and the pepper are now quite soft, so I'm going to just drop in whole cherry tomatoes. I'm going to do 3 orange and 3 red, and I'm going to put that back on the cooker and just let them cook down, and you'll see they'll start to go squidgy. I'm also going to add a pinch of oregano because all of those flavours work really well together. I'm also at this point going to add thinly sliced garlic because it won't burn now. There's plenty of moisture in the pan. Line an appropriate size roasting tin. Mine's only a small one. So if your paper's really curly, it helps if you put something heavy on it to just squash it down. It's going to get squashed down once we put all the ingredients in. I've done it again. You can tell I'm not a professional. I didn't press the clicker properly. So I didn't film what I've just done, which is I put all of the chorizo and the tomatoes in the bottom. I seasoned the egg with salt and pepper, and I poured the egg all over that. Then I put 6 dollops using a teaspoon of ricotta. I also put in some spinach on the top and sprinkled it with parsley. Also, for my taste, I did add a few chili flakes, as always. And the other thing I did say to a camera that wasn't filming me was that if your chorizo isn't piquant enough, that you can always add a little bit of paprika if you want. Okay, so this is take 2. It's going in the oven now for 15 minutes at 180. If after 15, it should be slightly risen and nice and brown, and when you touch it, it's cooked. But if it takes longer than 15 minutes, just put it back in the oven, because if you're making a bigger one, it might take 20 minutes. Now all I need is for the bloody microphone to stop working. Actually, I'm going to check it's working. Yes, the light's on. Okay, while the frittata is in the oven, get your Greek salad prepared, which is chopped up tomato, cucumber. I really like Kalamata olives. Please don't ask me for a top tip on how to stone olives because I make a right mess of it. It does need seasoning with some salt, not too much because you're going to put the feta on. I've got the onions that were soaking in the lemon juice, and I'm just going to put a few onions on. I can save those. I will use them in something else tomorrow. Feta. I don't like the big blocks of feta that you get. I like my feta in little crumbly pieces. And that is your Greek salad. And we'll finish it actually, rather than vinegar, I'm going to use the lemon juice that was soaking the onions and some fresh olive oil. Oh, and a sprinkle of oregano. Okay, it's cooked. It looks wonderful. The easiest way to cut it and serve it is just to, oops, oh, the paper's all going to tear. It's to lift it out on the paper and simply slice it from there. Now, because I've got chive flowers growing in the garden and I can't bear to see them going to waste, I am finishing it off with some chive petals because they're oniony and they're pretty and they will actually enhance the flavour. Frittata with Greek salad. Today's recipe on YouTube is going to be this gorgeous frittata made with chorizo, red pepper, tomato, dollops of ricotta on the top, and finished with some chive flowers. I've also made, because I had some odds and ends in the fridge, a Greek salad as an accompaniment. If you want to watch the full video of how to make it, it's on YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel. The link is up above in my bio. There are hundreds of recipes on there. You can also see my weight loss journey if you scroll back far enough.